This is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised. So let's go ahead and start here. As you can see, I have the homepage of the website pulled up. One thing I always like to look at right off the bat here, and we can kind of go over and explain a few things, is a Google search page. So obviously, for some pretty obvious reasons, we want to be able to rank on this first page of Google when somebody's looking for a roofing service to be done for them in Wichita, Kansas, right? This is where you're going to get a lot of customers from. So there's typically three ways to be able to do that. Now, this first way is pretty simple. You know, quite a few companies use it, and that's just doing ads, right? You've got these Google guaranteed ads, and then we also have the regular Google ads through here. Now, these aren't too bad. Of course, they're going to convert at typically a decent rate, just because of how much attention they get and being up here right front and center. What the problem is, sometimes even with these ads here, you'll get robots clicking on them and stuff like that. So you can waste a lot of AdSense if you don't protect these correctly too. So not a horrible idea, but getting up here organically within the first page is always definitely worth it in the long run. So there's a couple ways, obviously, we can get to that organic ranking as well. First way is going to be in this Google Map Pack. So with this Google Map Pack, we need to have a Google business profile that's created and verified and then completely filled out. And then you need to start building it up. So like these guys, getting reviews from your customers, adding pictures in here. There's actually a free website you can create with it. So there's just a lot of things that you can do within it to make sure that you can rank within here. Then you also have to build out your citations, which is your your name, address, and phone number. So you would want to have, your company name, the address, and then the phone number, across different platforms around the web. And that'll start to build citations of your NAP, which will create better trust back with Google to rank you within these. Now, we can see that being within this top three is huge because never anybody's going to hit this more businesses button, especially if they're seeing something they like within here, right? And then that would prevent them from scrolling down into the actual organics as well. Now, of course, we would also want to be within the organics. If you want to maximize traffic, you want to be within the map pack that we can see the top three, and then you want to be typically within the top 3 to 5 of the organic listings too. Now, the only one ranking organically company-wise is Roden Roofing. Then we have a bunch of directories, Yelp, and then we have three more companies here. So we need to figure out and see since Roden is top of the map pack and top here organically, what are they doing to be able to be here, right? So let's go back. Oh, I wanted to explain one more thing over here. Sorry. So what I typed into Google is pretty huge as well. This is what we consider to be a buyer intent keyword. So this is a keyword that you would want to have, or a phrase that you would want to have implanted into your website, because that tells Google what you want to be found for. Now, you find these out by doing research, and there's different variations of this too. As you can kind of see looking here, there's a commercial roofing one. You could say roofing companies, Wichita, Kansas, and it's going to give us a little bit of a different view here. As you can see, Roden doesn't rank as highly on this one. So there's a bunch of different options when it comes to keywords, but it's basically a service, or somebody looking for a company that does that service attached to a location. Because that's telling us, okay, they're in our area and they're looking for roofing services. We want them to be able to find us, okay? Now, so you want to have those types of things within your website. So Google, when it crawls through here with its robots, can figure out exactly what you're trying to rank for and what you do service-wise and where you do it at. So, okay, let's look at the homepage here. I have it pulled up. There's one main reason I typically want to look at it at a homepage and that's mostly to do with content, okay? And content meaning these words I can highlight, and any pictures I can highlight too. It doesn't look like you have that right off the bat here. But Google has a sweet spot when it comes to home pages and content, and that is typically 1,500 to 2,000 words of content alone, okay? Now, with that being said, when we do our quick scroll here, we're going to be fairly light when it comes to that. Now, what that allows, though, also is there's a spacing with that content for keywords. And this goes across the entire platform. So your entire website with all of its pages, every 150 words of content to 200 on the upper end, you should want a buyer intent keyword placed within your website, okay? Because that's our main point of content, is making it relevant, but being able to implement these keywords within it so that, Google is able to figure out what you want to rank for and put you up into these rankings for Google. Now, what we also need to figure out then too is basically how much power and trust has Google given us already? Because this is going to be pretty crucial when it comes to having them rank us for the keywords within our website. Now, I went ahead and I threw you into this program called Ahrefs. It's a paid program I use, and we can use it for super, simple, basically website comparisons on their performance. So let's go over a few of the numbers, and then we'll compare it to Rodin's. So these first two numbers are a DR and a UR rating. So these are power and trust ratings for first your entire domain, so your whole website. And then UR is if your homepage was just by itself, so your homepage alone, okay? Now, these are ranked out of 100, so the DR is fairly low. The UR isn't too bad, so the homepage rating isn't too bad. So what that's telling me is with these backlinks that come from these referring domains, that you've built most of them back to this homepage. So it's, you're building a lot of power and trust with it. Now, again, this is how you build that power and trust, is through these backlinks that come from these referring domains. So it's basically a bunch of fingers pointing back at your website, basically saying, yeah, Google, you can trust these guys. These are a good company to work with. Rank them for, the keywords that they have within their website. So you need to keep building these out and make sure that these backlinks are coming from referring domains that do already have, nice power ratings with Google, so that they can grant more to you. Okay. Now, you have just over 200 keywords within the website. The only thing with having this many keywords is typically you want to make sure that the keywords within your website are mostly buyer intent. Meaning the people searching those are actually going to be buyers of your services and not just coming into a website, just to kind of look around, right? But with all that being said, you're averaging about 58 traffic per month to the website. So not horrible. Now, if we go to, this is Rodin popped into this same program. So this looks to be the top competitor online when it comes to Wichita, Kansas. Now we can see their DR and UR. Their UR is not too much different. It's a little bit higher. Now their DR is where it's kind of adjusted a little bit. So they've built these backlinks out to multiple pages of their website, is what that is saying. So they've tried to build trust through the rest of their pages of the website, not just the home page. Now, again, you can see this is a lot of keywords. I don't know if they have a blog within their website or what. But again, if it were me, I would kind of stay away from this many keywords. But again, you can see if you do this, correctly, they've really started to build trust and power with Google. And what that's allowing them to do is rank for these keywords within their website. And as you can see, this is what happens when you get onto the first page of Google. You start bringing in a lot of traffic. So they're averaging, just under 1,000 people coming into the website every month. And you could definitely see where that would help business, right? So 1,000 extra eyes coming into your website every month, even if only a certain percentage of them call you, that's still really good, because typically the conversion rates on a roofing website from, clicking into calling is somewhere around 40 to 50%. So All right, so I definitely ran this video way too long here, so sorry about that. If you have any questions or concerns, I'd love to hear some feedback from you as well on the video. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please reach out to me, whether it be an email, a phone call, or a text, and that's all within the email that I sent this video in. And then I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to watch the video.